Hello, and welcome back to Crits and Knits. Who wants to recap what happened last time? A month ago.
We killed a dragon.
You did!
Okay, hold on. There was a lot that happened that episode. One, we snuck into the dragon's lair. I hid in the loot like a spider going into sand. And then we shoveled a bunch of loot into bags of holding, a portable hole. Do not put those things together or explosion. And then Erasmus pulled out a thing. that had a thing inside of it.
Yes.
That he then made fight the dragon, where we basically just sat there and watched Erasmus flying at the dragon, fighting the dragon alone.
No, that's not entirely
For
true.
a while.
I didn't fight the dragon alone. Y'all were a key part of that. I was just trying to catch it, and then I did not succeed. I consider that a full failure, actually. In not catching the dragon, because, then I could have had a dragon for dragon things later.
For dragon things.
Murdered the dragon.
Yeah, like, what if, at some point in the future, now or imagined, I might need a dragon for anything.
Nefarious purposes? Because I feel like that's the next thing that needs to come out of your mouth.
Like, what if I got an itch I can't reach?
Gotta get that pickle jar open.
Yeah, how am I gonna open the pickle jar? Dragon! Pickle jar!
I feel like you can do that yourself, Erasmus.
What's a really enchanted pickle jar?
Who enchants a pickle jar?
Deranged wizards.
What is your hatred for wizards?
Do you see what's happening on this mountain? I think it all speaks for itself.
In the tavern, I guess, drinking a
beer.
Well,
you're the lucky one. I see all the madness this wizard's laying down across the land.
So yes, you did kill a dragon. And Erasmus did discover that he has a Mesoloth in his flask.
That's what it was.
Named Orensk. You did recruit a bunch of poorly named kobolds.
If I had a nickel for every time one of my characters accidentally created an army of kobolds, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it is strange that it has happened twice.
Do you mean a cult of kobolds? Because I feel like that's what's happening.
Okay, Doofenshmirtz.
I don't know what that means.
You're going to have to see how Sue feels about you after being left in the vat of mayonnaise.
She chose to get in there.
Yeah, we didn't leave them. They could have gotten out at any time.
True enough.
They chose their life.
Did you slay some other things as well? I seem to recall.
Yeah, trolls. Trolls came up the mountain after we slayed a dragon. And they were all, sup, dog? And we were like, nah, bitch. And we stabbed and killed them. I think is exactly how it went down.
That's pretty accurate.
That's what I recall.
Yep. And you did spend an awful lot of time emptying the dragon's hoard into your various carrying devices.
The hole.
The hole.
The bags.
Yes, you filled up the hole.
Wink.
There is nothing you can say with that word that doesn't require a wink.
It's true.
It's bad. It's a bad word.
It's a great word.
I don't think no words are technically bad.
It's a problematic word to use.
That's not true, because
there are bad words.
There are bad words, yes.
Look, as long...
Hole is only bad if you pronounce it a certain way.
Hole?
Look. Okay, fair point. I was going to argue that statement, and then you did that. It's like, yeah, no, you're right.
As long as nothing in the hole, in the gold, in the hoard made the hole moist. That's really the key thing here.
Yeah.
Let me look at the list.
Don't need a moist hole. Not.
Throw some A&D cream on that.
Get out.
So, I do believe that at the end of our last episode, one of you had pulled out your amazing little fortress cube.
Yeah, somebody had, because I think our Enterprise and Rogue put it away because it wasn't me.
Oh no, the Rogue did give it back. We were all very surprised by that.
Yeah,
I did give it back.
But then I forgot to be surprised. Oh, whoop, there it is. Right here. Yep.
Accusing me?
I mean, it is what it is.
I have never stolen from you, sir.
That we're aware.
So
Would you tell me? I wouldn't tell me if I stole from me. Just being really honest right here. If I stole from me, have I stolen from me? Shit.
Probably.
I mean, I did steal from me. That dragon ain't mine. I feel stolen from.
That
Fate stole it from me. And I call fate Erasmus. Anyway.
So you have your lovely fortress set up on the top of the mountain in front of the dragon's cave. You have your various treasures gathered. While it is not late in the evening, you're not exactly young whippersnappers. And you just fought a dragon and a bunch of trolls and started a kobold cult. So it's been a busy day. You've had a lot that you've done.
A cargo cult?
And, I mean, depends on how much you give him the hold. Anyway, with that, I believe it's time for you all to take a bit of a rest. Perhaps sit around, pull up some chairs. If you don't have chairs, I don't believe you have chairs in the fortress, but there's chairs in the pile. There's a really lovely dining set in the pile.
I'm sure we can pull all that together and, make ourselves comfortable.
There you go. You can sit around, maybe wind up some of the lovely Kiviot yarn that you pulled from the dragon's hoard. And, sit around, relax, do a bit of knitting, and maybe a little bit of storytelling before you turn in for the night.
Owen sits down, starts digging through his bag of holding, and pulls out another bag out of the bag of holding, and says, I knew I had this somewhere. I knew it!
What is it?
Oh, are you in for a treat?
Yes,
Is
likely.
it hard candy?
It is not candy.
I was hoping it was hot candy.
Is that a hacky sack?
No. And he throws it. And it turns into something. What does it turn into? Oh, I suppose I can just use the bag.
Oh, I know what this is.
It's a bag of tricks.
It's a bag of tricks.
What color bag of tricks is it?
It is rust.
Lovely.
Cool.
Do different colors of bags of tricks do different things?
They do.
I did not
They have different
know
sets of
that.
animals.
There's like 3 different ones, and each of them have 1d8 different animals.
Gotta catch 'em all. Bags of tricks.
It turns into a rat.
Why?
Because it's fun.
Okay. I pull my legs in the chair with me and sit cross-legged.
Oh, don't tell me you're afraid of a little rat.
After the bunnies, maybe.
That's fair.
Weenie.
Oh, fuck off.
Owen picks up the rat and, puts it on his shoulder.
Little rats are cute enough.
Yes.
Scoot away.
I've dealt with were rats. Much less cute.
This
Really? Tell us about that.
I got. Oh, no, let me tell you about this first.
Please tell me about the bag.
This I got from helping some satyrs with their moonshine.
Interesting.
So,
Was it good moonshine?
we'll get to that.
Excellent.
So, I'm in between contracts, making my way from town to town.
That's a very long way to say, so no shit, there I was.
Do you want the story or not?
I do, I'm sorry.
Walking through the woods, I see some smoke over yonder, and I say to myself, well, that's not good. Nobody likes a forest fire. So I make my way over, and there's this group of satyrs gathered around a fucking still in the middle of the woods. And of course they're on the defensive. They're like, what you doing? Fuck off.
Sure, reasonably so.
To which I said, yeah, all right. And then one of them sees my big old sword and says, are you for hire? And I said, yes. Are you paying? And they said, yes. We're having a bit of trouble with the taxman. They keep trying to essentially extort the satyrs for the profits from their still. But the satyrs, being free beings, are not beholden to the lord or whatever land that was. I don't really remember. I'm old. Anyway, they say, hey, can you take care of this dude? And I said, show me the gold. And they said, well, we didn't have any gold, but we got this fucking thing. And me, being not on a job, says, all right, I'll take that fucking thing. So they said, okay, we're expecting the taxman to come around this afternoon, as a matter of fact. And I said, well, first of all, if you're going to have a secret still in the woods, figure out something better with the smoke. So I helped him with that while we waited. And then up comes this little gnome. And he says, I'm here for the taxes. And, of course, the satyrs tell him to fuck off, and he says, don't tell me to fuck off. I'm from the government. And so then I step up, and I draw my sword, and I say, you really, really want to extort the hard-earned gold of these free beings in their own lands, and kind of second guesses his motivations and says, oh, actually I do want to get this gold that I'm owed as the taxman.
That ain't even right. He ain't owed the gold. I mean, anyway, yeah.
So I ask to see his writ to show me that he really is the taxman.
Of course.
Guess who didn't have a writ from the Lord of the Land?
Oh.
This shit was just some jumped up little fuck who thought he could go around and say he was the taxman and just get money from wherever he wanted.
And if people never check.
Anyway, he's dead now. Heart attack several years later, but,
Oh, I mean, all right.
You put the fear of Owen in him.
I did, and he never did bother those satyrs again. And I got myself a little bag of tricks that has rats in it.
It's a very cute rat. What do you have a name for it?
No, there's 3 those little fuzzy balls in here, and they come out different every time.
Oh.
Never the same rat twice.
Oh.
So that's what I've got. Who's next?
I mean, you've seen most of what I've got.
Tell us about these were-rats.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You can't just throw that information out there and then oh, but that's not going to be talked about. You already did that once to us.
Oh, did I?
Yes, who are you looking for? But we'll get back to that. Tell me about the were-rats.
The were-rats are more interesting anyway. Little town that friends of mine and I were helping out as a white dragon was menacing it, trying to figure out where this white dragon was going, and we ventured into a mine that had been taken over by were-rats. We did not have much in the way of magic or silver, so we were overwhelmed. And they had a king rat. Are you familiar? Have you heard of these before?
Is that the ones where their tails are all tangled up?
Exactly the sort.
Yes. Oh, God. Of were-rats?
No, it was that was just normal rats, but it had mind powers. Anyway, we were overrun. It was an entire mess. For some reason, they decided to keep us alive to give to their dark god. So
as one does.
As one does. We were dropped in the middle of this terrible place. Tim, my friend Tim, decided to go venturing out, and well, there was a lot that happened. A lot of sneaking around and making makeshift armor, and we were in a silver mine as it happened, so we were able to make some clubs out of pieces of wood and bits of silver stabbed into them, basically. And the were-rats worshipped this fallen god thing called Muscana. Terrible thing. You hit it, it splashed you with acid and all sorts of nasty bile. But we did kill it. And it's dead. Thank goodness. We were able to talk the were-rats down once we'd killed their god. They sent them off to a city to go and try to make something of themselves because, I mean, the mine didn't belong to them, and we'd made that very clear.
Did you also take care of the dragon, or was there not a dragon?
We dealt with the dragon later. That wasn't part of that, but yes. Nasty bit of business, that.
Dragons normally are.
And I was dealing with a group of people who were just my little baby adventurers. Yes. Young cleric, young Winley. A ranger who was fresh off the farm, Inqua. Just off the farm, still smelled of grain. Love that boy. My dragonborn child. They were a mess, but we did figure it out, eventually. Erasmus, tell us a story.
About what? Let's see here. Well, I was going to the market. Wait, you probably don't want to hear about me going to the market.
Tell us about one of your adventures. You seem someone who has seen quite a lot.
One I wasn't there for. Something I haven't heard before.
One you wasn't there for. All right, well, I tell you what. You talked about gnomes. I met a gnome too. So he goes into his bag and he pulls out this. It looks like kind of like almost like a comedic bomb with like a wick, but it's like covered in like green glowing runes. All right. So I don't even know what this does, but so there I was on, we'll call it a sabbatical, right? I mean, a vacation. I don't know. Anyway, so there I was, I was away from the academy. It's why Owen wasn't with me. I was, out doing stuff, walking the land. That's it. Righting wrongs or wrong and rights.
Hard to call, I'm sure.
Anywho, so I was walking by and I found it, and I saw this caravan. It was stuck. They were by a riverbed, and their cart had turned over in the river. And there was all these gnomes. There was yip yapping and talking gnome stuff. Gnomes say so much. I don't even know what half of it means. Anywho, so they say, hey, could you help, turn over our cart? And I say, that's a damn big cart. I don't know about all that. Thing's huge. It's like 2 big draft horses pull that damn thing. I can't just lift that over. They said, well, we don't have the leverage for it. And I said, well, shit, I ain't got enough leverage for all that nonsense. I don't know what the damn leverage is, or I didn't at the time. But they say they got this stick. They got a stick. It looks like a big pry bar or something. They asked me, hey, could you could you lever it up? If we could get this thing upright. If we can lever this thing upright, we could be on our way. And I said, all right, fine. So I go down there and I start heaving and hemming and hawing and huffing and puffing. Like the wolf in that story that nobody really likes about the pigs and stuff. So, as I'm doing this, a water elemental grabs me by the neck, tosses me backwards in the water. Turns out that the whole cart had fell over in the river in the first place because some kid on the cart had been doing some gnome experiment and let a water elemental loose. And it actually just, knocked everything over. It wasn't even supposed to be a river right there in the first place, which I thought, when I was thinking, going back to think about it, it wasn't supposed to be a river on the road anyway, but there was, cause this water elemental was hot mad, or cold mad, wet mad, moist mad. Yeah, moist.
The worst kind of mad.
Yeah, right. The worst kind of mad. Grabbed me by the neck, doing all kinds of, water suplexes and whatnot. And I'm just like, hold on. I'm just trying to help some gnomes out. And here you are grabbing all on me, touching my body, throwing me around, getting me wet. This is wrong. So I got to tussle with this water elemental. I end up shocking him and me. I come back. The gnomes are real embarrassed because the kid done messed up. I get the cart upright. They got a little axle problem. They fixed that. They're gnomes. They know what they're doing. And they say, well, we're real sorry for all the trouble we caused. And I said, well, you ain't caused me that much trouble. I'm alive, but this river here, this ain't going to do nobody no good. Ain't even supposed to be a river here. And the gnomes are like, well, we don't know what to do about that. But, to compensate you, we're going to give you this. And, it's fresh out the workshop. And I'm like, well, what is it? And they call it a grenade. I don't got no grenade I've ever seen. Grenades don't glow like this. So I've been holding on to it for years. I'm scared to light it. I'm scared to just throw it. Honestly, it's I don't know what it's gonna do.
Just don't put it in that portable hole of yours. Someone that I ran across warned me about something like that. They tend to blow up interestingly. Apparently.
I don't know, but I don't know what this thing gonna do. I'm scared to light it. What if it turns me into a chicken?
It might do.
There are worse things to be.
Now the chicken, people eat chickens. I don't want to get et.
Could be a slug.
Could be a slug.
Get assaulted.
People also eat slugs.
Could be assaulted.
Do they?
Yes.
Well, they wrong.
Sometimes, yeah.
They wrong.
Snails more than slugs, but yes. All right, Nelitha, the rest of us have told a story. Tell us something.
I have no stories.
Oh, that's bullshit, and you know it.
I'm not very interesting. I've been an old woman
Bullshit.
for so long.
That falls so hard under bullshit, I can hear the clang. A story about your adventures. Or have you forgotten them in your long, long years?
Oh, I have. You know, my life has been so boring. I've not done any adventuring.
Now tell us what the world was like in that time.
When the world was new.
When the world... Fuck you.
You know, when dinosaurs roamed the earth and rocks were soft.
I think I'll go to bed then.
Oh, come on, Nelitha.
Now here's a good question. Are elves baby? Do y'all start as babies?
Yes.
All right.
What did you think they started as?
I don't know. Pupa? Chrysalis?
Yes. We start as babies. We just live longer than everybody else. Not everybody, but a lot of people.
Yeah, most people. That's gotta be hard sometimes.
Nah.
Do elven men have chest hair?
Actually, no, they don't. It's very hard for elves to grow hair anywhere but their head.
Not all human men have chest hair, so, I don't know what your flex is there.
My flex? I just wanted to know. You know, I always imagined that elves just had, like magnificent chest hair that, got that shine, that's like shining gossamer, that just flowed. And they just hit it all because they're all, ooh.
That seems more like dwarves. With chest hair that looks like spun gold or platinum.
But it's thin, it's like a harp string, they can play tunes on it.
I mean, you spin any hair thin enough, you can play something on it. Nelitha, you're hiding.
Yes, I'm very good at it.
Quite. All right. Keep your secrets.
Are there extra colors in a rainbow?
What?
I hear elves can see really well. I'm just trying.
So you just want to know if I see what? Different colors than you do?
Yeah.
I mean,
no.
She can see in the dark and we can't.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, if you can just see in the dark, what else can you see?
Ghosts.
I'm awake longer than most people are, too.
Yeah, that's messed up,
It's messed up.
Yeah, you don't take, y'all don't take naps?
No. Technically, my normal sleep is a nap. It's 4 hours.
4 hours is a bit long for a nap.
But it's not as long as a long rest.
You're not wrong.
All right, well, y'all elves drink coffee?
Yeah. Some of us.
You ain't got no story. I'm just gonna keep going.
I did get a hat of disguise from a fake prince once.
Oh, tell the story.
So, I wandered into a kingdom, probably about 150 years ago, and...
50 years after you stopped adventuring.
And something wasn't right. Prince was acting odd. The queen noticed that her son wasn't acting the way he usually did and called for people to discreetly look into it. I'm very discreet. Managed to save the prince. Found out that the fake prince was wearing a hat of disguise
Oh.
to get close to killing the queen. He's dead now. Kind of by heart attack. I attacked his heart. And I got his head of disguise.
So we're just going to characterize every time that you go after someone's heart as a heart attack?
Sure.
Natural causes.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like those guys who went after the workers union. You know, people just fell downstairs and
all sorts of terrible things
ran
happen.
into my sword 10 times.
yeah, that kind of talk.
A warning shot right through his head.
Yeah, you weren't busting no unions down where you're going. I mean, because that ain't right.
No. I just freed some slaves.
Hey,
Good.
look, I mean, like, you know, we contain multitudes, and like maybe, you know, you're freeing slaves today, you're busting up unions yesteryear.
It's called depth.
We were in a union together.
Hey, maybe you didn't like those people. Maybe it was incidental union bust.
You accidentally killed the union organizer?
Look, sometimes, you know, you fall out of a window and you fall on the wrong person, and I'm sorry for it, but I mean, it happened. So,
Or you accidentally throw the wrong person out of a window?
no. I actually fell
accidentally
on the
bust a
wrong
union?
person. No, I didn't actually bust a union. I accidentally, like, you know, killed like a school dean or something. I fell out of a window.
No, back up.
What?
Death School Dean?
Yeah, I just fell out the window. I was walking, and then I tripped over a potted plant, and then I fell out the window onto somebody. Turns out that they were the school dean, and then like, you know, they were going to run me out of town until I had to use like this little this dust I had in my pocket. Lost that dust. It was some reincarnation dust, and I just threw it on him, and he turned into a troglodyte. So the school had a troglodyte dean. He stank. It was bad.
Right.
Anyway, I mean, look, I didn't mean to fall on him. It was just, you know, that plant was like, you know, ill-placed.
Tripped.
I did trip. Look,
I've said that a lot, you know. Oh, I tripped and my knife went into this guy's back.
no, I fell 2 stories out of a window onto a person because I tripped on a potted plant. You see me walk.
It's true.
You could have just also tripped. Wink, wink.
No, I tripped. Yeah. Tripped, hurdle, fall.
Right.
Pole vaulted out a window and landed on somebody to break your fall.
I mean, I wish it was like that. I wish there was some intent there. That means I wouldn't have liked him, but I just fell. Nasty bit of business.
We gotta teach you how to, like, fall in style.
He's been
With
falling out of
intent.
windows for as long as I've known him. When we tried to help end the siege during the first Necromancer's War,
God.
this motherfucker somehow fell out an arrow slit.
What?
Right through it.
I turned my head for 2 seconds to check on a noise. Next thing I know, Rasmus is, "Hey, Owen, I fell out an arrow slit."
Right, ass first.
So I once met a man named Flat Stanley. Were you him?
No, I don't know how I even got through it. It just happened. I mean, there was like a me-shaped hole, but like, you know, I mean, I fell through it.
Ah. Did you make the me-shaped hole before
You
you?
just, like, Kool-Aid Man through a wall.
Kool-Aid what?
You don't know about the giant pitcher that just breaks through walls. He's kind of an asshole.
Oh, this
Sounds
is one of
like.
the Elder Gods, yes?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I heard, yeah.
Cool Aid Man.
And he goes,
Quagmire.
oh yeah, like it's not a problem that there's now a pitcher-shaped hole in my wall.
Have you had
Yeah.
one blast through your wall?
Maybe.
Ooh, maybe that's my real dad.
What?
I mean,
if he keeps busting through walls, maybe.
I mean, you're certainly chaotic enough.
I don't know. I mean, I was pretty sure my dad's my dad, but maybe I'm related to this pitcher man.
Kool-Aid.
I mean, I hear about sorcerers with draconic bloodlines. Maybe you have the Kool-Aid bloodline.
I'm not a sorcerer. I went to school for this.
Sometimes it's just in you and you never know. What
Something
was baby Erasmus like?
I don't know, baby
Young and
Erasmus.
adventuring Erasmus.
Baby Erasmus? I mean, like, how baby we talking?
I'm
we talking
talking like peak prime of you adventuring?
Oh, well, you see, like, my village was under attack, by, like, an occupying army, and, I found a sword in the ditch.
As one does.
And I decided to pick it up.
As one does.
And because, I mean, like, my home was under attack, and then, like, I don't know, won a lot.
Just won a lot.
Me and Lucky here. Yeah, it's been me and Lucky the whole time. Just, I found Lucky in the ditch, somebody fell face first on him, and, I pulled him out, and, I decided
Out the face.
Huh?
Pulled him out of the face.
Yeah, pulled him out of the face. Yeah, it's like a head sheath, I guess. And, I decided I didn't want these invaders in my home, in my village, and, I just kept fighting, and then kept fighting, and then I kept fighting, and then suddenly they weren't there anymore. They weren't occupying us. Yeah, that wasn't really like intended. It just, happened.
Yeah, fair.
I mean, my parents are chicken farmers. Fowler. My name's Rasmus Fowler. We had chickens.
Fowler.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to tell us a last name?
Thorn.
I would never have known that.
Argry.
And now you just naileth her, like that famous bard Madonna.
Yes, actually. Lots of elves only have one name.
Oh, she got some real finger shakers, just, mm-hmm.
You don't have a family name at all.
Didn't have much of a family.
I suppose.
Well, you must have at some point.
At the very least, parents.
Never knew them.
Why not?
Orphan?
Go on.
I don't know what to tell you. I woke up in my house one day, parents gone.
Were they adventurers, or...?
Maybe, I don't know. It was really weird. I was very young, though, So I don't even remember them. I'm old.
How old are you?
Old.
Yes, but for an elf, that could be anywhere from 500 to 800.
Guess you never know.
Well, as you start to get a little bit sleepy, you can, I guess, abandon the chairs and table that you've brought inside and set up camp inside and get comfortable. I don't know if anyone wants to stand watch.
Yeah, I think setting watch is still a good idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's bunnies out there.
There's bunnies.
Fucking bunnies.
Can't
I
trust
have a theory.
I also have a theory, but it's DB has a theory that she made the bunnies too much of an importance, and Danny's like, I will use this against her.
Confirmed.
I mean, I hang out in one of Danny's D&D servers, and I just don't say anything, but I watch things happen.
Can I get a link?
No. So who's going to take the first watch?
I will take the last half, because I only need 4 hours.
Okay, I'll take first watch.
Okay.
And then I'll wake...
Got to borrow my goggles again.
If I could.
Absolutely.
Thank you. And
If I don't have to take watch, you are welcome to my goggles.
I'll wake Erasmus for second watch then?
Yep. Yeah, that's fine.
Excellent. Get some sleep, Owen.
On it.
Your ass doesn't get bit this time.
If it does, it's your fault for being a shitty watcher.
Isolt, please roll me a perception.
Dang it, we weren't going to roll dice tonight.
I didn't either,
I don't have any.
but story time ended a little early, so
25.
Ooh.
It is a quiet evening. It's really pretty up here on the mountain. It's colder than it has been. There's definitely snow around. You can see your breath in the air, but the stars are bright, and it's a beautiful night. Your watch passes without eventfulness.
Okay. I'll go and gently wake Erasmus. Your turn.
Oh.
And I'll pass him Owen's goggles.
All right.
All right. So go ahead and roll me a perception, please, Erasmus.
Perception. 15.
All right. It's mostly quiet. You hear some noises coming from the tunnel that the kobolds use. But as you're watching, you don't see anything there. You hear some scuffling, but nothing ever comes out of the tunnel. Or at least not during your watch.
I mean, I ain't going over there, What kobolds do in the tunnel, that's their business.
So you go ahead and wake Nelitha, and let's have your perception roll, please.
Yeah, I tell Nelitha there was some skittering in the kobold tunnel. I ain't want to go look, but just letting you know.
All right. That is a 24.
Okay. The first part of your watch is relatively calm. You also hear some noises coming from the kobold tunnel. It sounds like they might be talking, but you're too far away to really make it out. Near the end of your watch, though, one of the kobolds appears, sticks his head out, looks around, and with that perception, you recognize Corey, the one that had been negotiating with you earlier. And he sticks his head out, looks around, notices the severely depleted hoard that used to be where the dragon slept. It's now substantially less. And then notices the giant fortress. Hello?
Hello?
Did you forget us?
No, we're just resting.
Oh, okay.
We'll leave tomorrow.
Shall we stay by the mail? Or should we come follow you?
Oh, you don't have to stay. Have you just been hanging out at the Mayo?
Yeah, we were waiting.
No, you guys can come back here if you want.
Okay, are we gonna follow you here? Or just stay in the tunnels?
You can, we'll be going back to town tomorrow. Everybody's asleep. We'll make a decision in the morning.
Oh, okay.
But you can stay in the cave if you want. The dragon's not coming back.
Oh, well, we have beds in our tunnels, so
okay.
We'll go back. We'll go to bed. Yeah, just yell real loud and we'll come out in the morning.
Sure.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
You too. Other than that, your watch is fairly uneventful. No rabbits. No bunnies. No.
Good. Fuckers.
Morning comes, and it is chilly still, but you all wake. Did any of you take the opportunity to look at anything you'd collected from the dragon?
I kind of just, rummage my hand in the hole, see what came out.
Okay.
Don't say the thing, DB.
Get out.
Whole hand, just.
That doesn't sound right either.
Up to the elbow?
Oh yeah, it's pretty. It's a 10-foot deep hole. God, guys, at least the elbow in there. Can't mess around with this hole.
Oh, I hate it.
It's fine. I am just looking for something real quick. Erasmus, I need you to make me a save, but I can't think of what save I need.
Oh no!
Sometimes when you just go stick your hand in the hole, you gotta make a save or two. That's fair.
There we go. Yes, I need you to make me a wisdom save, please.
First thing in the morning.
Why?
Yep.
All right. 10. I never made that claim.
If I'm like within 10 feet, you can add a +4 to that.
15. Oh, I'm sorry. 14.
Definitely not wise.
I'm not a wise man. I never made that claim.
Never made it as a poor man stealing?
Maybe I might have, but probably not. I'm just a lucky man.
You reach into the bag, and you pull out this plate, and it's nothing that seems too fantastic at first glance. It's a white sort of porcelain type plate. It's got a decorative border painted in red and gold. Just sort of swirly shapes. Nothing really recognizable as any sort of runes or anything. It just looks like a pretty plate. But you suddenly have the urge to eat. And you start digging through your bags. And you're going to pull out everything you can find that is edible and start eating it.
In his own bags?
He'll start with his bag.
Spit. No.
All right. Well, yeah. So I pull out all of the shakes I bought before we left, and I pull out the rations, and then I look around, and I put the plate down because it must be eating time. Good plate for eating. And I pull out my mess kit.
And you do put everything on this plate to eat it.
All right. Hell yeah, on the plate. That's how we getting down. And Rasmus will just start, drinking his shakes and eating rations, and let me know when I'm done eating all the things that I brought. I had 2 weeks worth of rations and 4 shakes. So yeah.
Erasmus, you're gonna be sick.
And that is actually what happens. You eat until you become sick.
Erasmus?
Raz, I thought you learned your lesson like 40 years ago, man.
Yeah, I got real hungry this morning. Normally I just have a little sip of coffee, but a little bit of bread, but really feeling this morning.
2 weeks of rations.
You also now have the poisoned condition.
Well, that's just diarrhea, so. Or constipation, either way.
But now that you have eaten yourself sick, you're not hungry anymore. For now.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah, well, that was a little weird, but I think it's past. I mean, this rock in my gut might not, but we'll get that. We'll get to that when we get to it.
Oh gods.
Are you going to continue looking through your bag?
Well, no sense in stopping. Breakfast was just getting that energy up to keep looking.
Roll me a D100, please.
Okay. 35.
You pull out a couple of different interesting things from your bag. There is a crystal doorknob. It's shiny. You think it's kind of neat looking.
Oh, that's nice. Doorknob. All right.
There is a brass sextant. Not sure if you know how to use it or not, but...
We ever go sailing, Owen?
Not me, no.
Yeah.
You also pull out a purple handkerchief. It's a nice satin, and it's embroidered with the name Archmage Tebin.
Archmage Tebin. I don't know.
Archmage Tebin.
I don't know them. You know an Archmage Tebin, Owen?
Do I?
Roll me a history.
Dirty 20.
Yeah. Yeah, that name rings a bell. You're pretty sure that he was a teacher at the wizard school that Erasmus keeps talking about.
Didn't he teach at that wizard school?
Oh, yeah. Toasted Tebin, yeah. Some people call him drinking a little bit, so you know.
You find a lock of hair that has a vague sort of apple scent to it.
Why does dragon just keep a hair? Big old weirdo. Why does it smell like apples?
Let those without kink cast the first shame.
Look, I'm not saying, we don't know it's a kink thing. It's hair. It's like in your hoard. Like, is it gold? Is it pulls out like a jeweler's loop? Like, is it?
Do you get close enough to sniff it?
I can't. If I got this loop up, I don't think I can help but sniff it. So, it means it. What?
All right. I need you to roll me a D4 and a D6, please.
Remember that time some hair killed me? All right. The D4 is a 4.
Okay.
And the D6 is a 4.
So, 2 things happen. First, as you take a whiff of it, you feel better. Like 5 temporary hit points better. And as your friends are watching, you polymorph into an owlbear.
Well, I probably don't even know.
Oh my god, Raz!
What the fuck?
I probably don't notice that. I just probably...
Raz!
What the fuck?
Calm down.
Huh?
What did you do? Can you do you still speak common, or are you just owl-bearing around now?
I think he's just owlbearing around now. No, calm down. It's fine.
Would I hold on? Would I know if owlbears count as like animals, or are they something else?
Is this a baleful polymorph? Do I have the mind of an owlbear?
You do not have the mind of an owlbear. You just have the body of an owlbear.
Okay, I mean, that's pretty awesome.
And
honestly,
for the purposes of this, yes, it just is considered an animal.
Okay, then I want to cast Speak with Animals.
All right.
And be like, Erasmus.
oh yeah, I might be an owlbear all the time. This is nice.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. No one can understand me. No one can understand you but me at the moment.
Oh, I mean, I mean, well, yeah. I mean, I understand you, but you understand me.
I understand.
Yeah, I mean, this is.
Yes.
I mean, this is like a very svelte owlbear. You know, I mean,
it's very good looking. Why don't you sit down for a moment?
Okay.
Everyone's freaking out a little bit.
All right. I sit down, like a bear at the zoo, like on my butt.
And at that point, you turn back into Erasmus.
Ah, there you
It
are.
has lasted a minute.
Oh man, I feel cheated.
Poor thing.
I mean, hey, don't kink shame, just put this I tuck the hair under my hat. Like,
No kink shaming. Just try to have a little more control over it.
Am I like a were-owlbear? That thing? Oh, well, I mean,
I don't know if I want to go through my stuff now.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I only ate 2 weeks worth of rations and became an owlbear. I mean, on the in the grand scheme of things, I mean that pretty much evens out.
You know what? You're right. I'm gonna
Sure.
go through my bag a little bit.
Sure. Until the toll comes due. I'm gonna look through mine as well.
Yeah, might as well.
They're all gonna turn into owlbears.
Better to know.
Nalitha,
Yes.
as you're digging around in your bag, you pull out a stick. It's about 3 feet long and about half an inch in diameter. It's a good stick. Is everyone paying attention as she's pulling this out?
I mean,
Oh yeah.
It's a good looking stick, Nelitha.
I need everyone to make me a wisdom save, please.
Everyone?
Oh, hell.
Everyone.
Oh, fuck!
If I'm within 10 feet of people, you can add a +4 to that. Just throwing that out there.
I'm just saying, maybe some of us aren't wise. Maybe that's why I get in trouble all the time.
That's why I sit close to you.
27.
24.
17, and then you said 4,
Yep.
Tiana?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
21.
16.
Okay. All right. I mean, you all think looks like a good stick. You could probably hit someone with it, but, it's a good stick.
My toddler grandchild would think that's the best stick ever.
You have a grandchild.
I have several.
Why are you here?
Long story.
I will put the stick back in the bag, as it
Okay.
didn't do anything, and rummage for something else.
Roll me a d20, please.
As long as I got it green.
2.
You pull out a ring, and it has, it looks like more little rings, little circles engraved along the outside edge of it. You've got the feeling that it's probably more than just a ring. But unless you've got detect magic and identify.
I'm not a magic person. I'm a stabby stab.
That's when Erasmus goes, "Oh yeah, detective magic. That was like Magic 101. Hold on.
Do you have...
What?
Can you tell me what this magical item is?
I can't tell you what it is. I mean, we didn't go over identifying, dwellers. That was like, I was in the war college.
Can you detect if it is magic?
Yeah, I didn't think to do that, but yeah, I could probably do that.
Can you do that for this ring?
Yes, as I cast the cantrip detect magic.
And that lasts 10 minutes?
I believe so.
Okay. So yes, this is definitely a magical ring. That stick has a little bit of a magical glow to it.
Magic stick.
Interesting.
Magic ring.
Your plate glows.
Oh, the plate was magic. Magic plate's probably
Break
cursed.
it.
Probably a cursed plate.
Yeah, it's probably not a good one. I don't know if I should put on this ring.
I would wait.
Oh, but curiosity gets the best of us.
Doesn't it always?
But I'm also looking at our god's smiling face as if she's expecting me to put it on.
You should do it. You should put it on.
I'm going to put it on.
I can learn the school of magic, if any.
Oh, yeah, hold on. If it's necromantic, absolutely not.
It is... What are the schools of magic? It is...
Yeah, so you got your conjuration, your necromancy, your evocation, your abjuration, which is the, get the hell away from me magic, transmutation, and divination, enchantment, and illusion.
Good memory.
I'm going to say it's probably divination. It's a homebrew item and it doesn't actually say what school of magic, but divination seems...
I'll put it on.
Appropriate. Okay. It feels like just a ring.
Cool.
Nothing happens that you notice.
I just sit with it for an hour.
Sure.
Attune with it.
You can. I will come back to you in an hour for that.
Oh, great.
Do you want to keep digging or...
I'll let somebody else dig for a bit.
Okay. Owen, you had a bunch of weapons in your bag.
I did.
Is there a particular style of weapon you'd like to pull out?
Swords.
Swords. You pull out a long sword.
Oh.
And it definitely pings for Erasmus for magical.
Oh, yeah, that's a magic sword. Oh, yeah.
Mm.
And you feel like... How much experience have you had with dragons?
Enough. Not a ton, but, average adventurer amount.
Roll me a history check, please.
13.
Okay. So as you're looking at this sword, it is decorated with scales and dragon claws, and the hilt has dragon wings on it.
Hmm.
And you have heard of weapons that steep in a dragon's hoard, and perhaps take on interesting properties after some time there.
Whoosh it around a little.
It feels quite good, and you've got the feeling that it might do a little bit more damage than your average longsword.
I think I have a new favorite sword, guys.
Is there anything else you'd like to pull out?
No.
Okay. While you were feeling for the sword, you did notice that you got a bunch of good yarn in there. Isolde, you had concentrated mostly on gems. Roll me an Arcana check, please.
Okay. 15.
Okay. You recognize one of the things that you'd picked up. While it looks maybe similar to a ruby, it's a deep red sphere. But as you look at it a little bit more closely, you've got enough experience with magical things to realize this is not a ruby. This is an Ioun stone.
Oh. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Aha.
Uh-huh.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Can I tell which one?
If you choose to use an action to throw it in the air and get it orbiting around your head, yes.
Sure. I'll toss it from hand to hand a couple of times while I make a decision, and then, heck with it. Toss it up and let it spin around my head.
You feel much more dexterous. It is an agility stone.
Excellent.
So you get +2 to your dex while it is equipped.
Sweet. And I still have an attunement slot available.
Lovely. And as you're looking through your stones, you do have some other interesting things. You did grab a tiara because it had a lot of stones in it. You thought perhaps you might be able to use those. But that pings as magical to Erasmus.
Magic headpiece over there. Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right. Can you tell what kind?
No, but I'm hoping it's a Crown of Blasting because, I won't blow. It'd be nice to blow something up.
It seems to be enchantment.
Enchantment, though.
So that is a thing to keep in mind for later.
Okay. I'll go ahead and catch the Ioun stone and put it away, put it into the bag of holding again to break the attunement, and then put the tiara on because at this point, why not?
Well, I mean, you're the paladin. You got to break curse, not us. So,
You feel really great in this tiara. Like it gives you an extra little boost of confidence, and you feel like you could probably talk people into doing things for you a little bit more easily. So it's going to give you advantage on any persuasion checks.
Interesting.
However,
yeah, there it is.
I'm just going to give you this because it's fun.
Go on.
If you roll a natural 1 on any ability check while wearing the tiara, it immediately results in what is referred to as a critical yeet.
It throws you?
Well, no, you will immediately and without thought throw any items you are holding while yelling yeet. And the throwing distance is equal to your strength score in feet.
I love it.
So if you are holding your sword and you roll a 1, you will yeet your sword while yelling yeet.
I'll yeet it 25 feet, which could be very disastrous. I have a belt of giant strength.
I didn't realize that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I do love Belt of Giant Strength, though.
This is a fire giant strength one. It's great.
It is the Tiara of Yeeting. Yeah. And that is coming from the Deck of Surprises, which was a Kickstarter that I sponsored a couple of years back.
What?
It's got some fun stuff. That's where the stick that you all passed your check against went. Would you like to know what the stick was?
I really want to know.
I still have it.
Okay. Well, you have all passed your saving throw, so you just think it's a pretty good stick. It's a very sturdy stick. It is the Stick of Perceived Value. This unremarkable magic stick has no monetary value. It can be wielded as a weapon, but it is kind of flimsy, so it doesn't cause damage, but it is indestructible. However, anyone who sees the stick for the first time must pass a wisdom saving throw or be permanently charmed by the stick, believing it to be the most powerful and valuable weapon ever made.
Permanently.
And they cannot be convinced otherwise.
Permanently.
Yes. You will be permanently convinced that it is the most powerful and valuable weapon ever made.
I'm so glad we all passed that.
Yes.
So basically, this dragon got tricked. I mean, killing the dragon basically did it a favor. I mean, it thought this was a great stick.
I mean, it is a great stick. It's just not as good as it could have been.
It's a pretty good stick, not a great stick. I'm gonna play fetch with some kobolds later.
That's mean.
That's wonderful.
Oh, they're all gonna fail that save.
They are.
The chaos.
Oh no. I'm gonna have to find their stats before you do that.
So you know this is gonna turn from a cult worshipping us to a cult worshipping the stick, and then they're gonna go off and do stupid shit, right? Like, that's gonna
It's going to become the Order of the Stick.
Right. I didn't want to say it. I
I had to.
I wasn't gonna be the one.
Nope. It's all good.
Such a good comic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is just a sampling of some of the things that you've found in your bags.
God.
I'm worried about this ring now, though.
I'm worried about my very cool sword.
Don't worry about your very cool sword.
Okay.
I mean...
Oh, but I didn't get a don't worry about your ring. I'm fucked.
I mean, at some point, you'll find someone who can identify things for you, right?
Ain't me.
Just take it off.
I mean, just when you get back to town.
In, 6 episodes? Because we have to go deal with the goddamn rabbits now.
The table.
There's that. Speaking of tables, it's been getting later in the day. It's, you've spent quite a bit of time going through your bags, looking at things. There's a lot of gold to count. More than you can actually have time to count right now.
I yell for the kobolds.
Hey, you
Did they start
guys.
helping you count? Oh.
I forgot.
But it's, they did come to you rather early in the morning, late at night. So, you let them get some sleep. You were being nice. But it's getting to be about lunchtime, and Erasmus, I need you to make me another wisdom save, please.
Oh, okay.
I'm close by. I'm sticking close by Erasmus because I'm worried.
Making my wisdom save because I ain't wise. Okay, that's an 18 on the die. So 18 plus 4, 22.
Okay.
Could you imagine if that still failed?
You're not feeling particularly hungry. It's sort of a normal amount of hungry. It's lunchtime.
All right.
But from this point forward, anytime you eat, you will eat only from this plate. No other plate will do.
All right. I mean, it's just the plate. This is the plate. This is going to be the plate. Yeah. My plate. Erasmus's plate. Mega plate.
You said that there's magic on this plate.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, it's a good plate, though, for just eating on. I mean, like, why would I eat on any other plate?
Just casually, if he's handling the plate at some point, I'll reach over and cast a spell magic on it.
Okay.
Which should, on a cursed item, well, maybe not. It'll end a spell of third level or lower, and for anything higher, I have to make a check.
If it's cursed, I think you have to have, like, break curse or something.
It has to be remove curse.
Yeah.
Third level.
Yeah.
Abjuration.
Dispel magic. Mm-hmm. Dispelled magic does nothing to it.
Good to know.
I mean, you got remove curse. You're a paladin, paladin, right? Yeah.
I don't have that prepared.
Well, I mean, well, you know.
Tomorrow.
Anyway, I mean, this plate's pretty great,
just
though.
note it to myself and be like, right, tomorrow I'll have to prepare that one because he's acting weird.
It's a good look. I ain't weird. I'm just old. It's a good plate.
It's Erasmus. He's always weird.
This is a good plate.
There's a difference.
Is there?
Come on, you're old enough.
Look, I have now just become attached to one thing that I will only use forever. You know, which ain't that long because I'm human.
Sure. Whatever you need to tell yourself. Well, then if there's nothing wrong with it, then remove curse won't do anything to it, and it'll just be a pretty plate that you're enjoying.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, yeah, just you can wave your hands on the plate, just not while I'm eating though.
That's fair. I will wait until you're done eating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Well, the kobolds do wake up and come join you. All right, we going, or are you still having lunch? We haven't had lunch. Well, Sue had some mayo, but
Ooh.
I don't call that lunch.
Oh, are you guys still eating the mayo?
Well, Sue did, but the rest of us didn't because it was covered in Sue. So.
Ain't right, but it's
Gross.
still funny though.
I'll give some of the kobolds some rations.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll help.
Yeah.
I'll help feed them too.
Yeah.
thanks.
Like chickens, just like throwing them on the ground.
They happily eat up whatever you give them.
Yeah, I've got 10 rations. I'll give them a couple.
Yeah. How many kobolds do we have?
All right, we got Joe and Tim and Peter and Sue and me, and we're good to go. Dave got eaten. It's fine.
Dave got eaten.
Yeah, it was a thing. We'll miss him.
Was it by Sue?
No. That's just weird. No.
I don't know.
Yeah, I ain't hanging out with no cannibal kobolds. I mean, you know.
Well, no, we're not cannibals. We're fine. We're nice.
Are you?
Yeah, we helped you.
With a lot of persuading and fighting.
Yeah.
Didn't we kill some kobolds?
Yeah, we killed him.
We killed one.
Was it Dave?
Maybe. No.
Well, I mean, yeah, you know, yeah, that's poor Dave.
Poor Dave.
Alas, poor Dave.
Poor Dave.
I knew him well.
Not really.
Not really.
Yeah. No, it was just a mess. No, we're good to follow you whenever you want to go. So
I mean, where did Dave's body go?
it got 8.
Oh,
Like all the way 8. There's nothing left of him.
oh, damn.
Bones and all.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the hazards of working for a dragon, you know.
Why would you working for... Why? Like,
Well, because he was cool.
was
And he protected us.
Did
Well, though, he's kind of an ass. Well, except for when he ate us, yeah.
So, really, hostile work environment.
Well, yeah, but we're kobolds. We're supposed to work for dragons. That's what we do.
That is such a stereotype. You do not need to work for dragons. Wow.
Well, tell my mother that.
I will. Where is she?
Well, the dragon ate her.
Well!
Well, we ain't gotta be adventuring on this mountain, but here we are. I mean, so.
Oh, right. I believe that is because we saw smoke in the mountain.
Oh, don't say you didn't even want to go.
No, I didn't, but I thought maybe you might need some help, and I was right.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad you came along. I mean, but,
Speaking of smoke, the giant fire is mostly extinguished at this point.
Oh, that's good. So...
You want us to put it all the way out? Or build it up? We can make it big again.
No.
No? Okay.
Probably put it out. We don't want any forest fires. You know what Smokey says.
Who?
All right, guys, let's go.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Good old Smokey the owlbear.
Yep.
The kobolds start putting it out.
No, that hat never looked right on Smokey.
He should have had a different one, I agree.
Also, why'd they give him breeches?
Why not?
But no shirt?
It's the reverse Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, here's the thing, I think that Smokey the Owlbear awakened some things in some people that they didn't want to really talk about, and
Okay.
Tiana's not touching that? No?
No.
Not with a 10-foot pole, thank you.
No? All right.
You could have the stick.
And we got one. We got this stick. I mean, it's
a pretty good stick.
I'm good, thanks.
So the kobolds put out the fire, and they are ready to go. And that is where we will pick up next time. And just a couple of quick things. Don't forget to visit our new featured designer, who is Knitting Daddy. You can visit Knitting Daddy's store on Ravelry and use the code Crits and Knits for 25% off any purchase. And we also have a bag and dye sponsor, and that is Whimsy Stitches. There's a coupon code for 15% off any purchase of $20 or more. Thank you all for playing, and we'll see you next time.
A Majestic Goose podcast.
Honk.